Alberto, how's it going? Let's see. This week didn't lose too much weight actually. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I think like you said, you're not gonna mind if I like stall. I don't think I'm stalling, but I mean, I'm sure the weight's gonna continue to fall off. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I think I mentioned the my vacation in February. That's not gonna be a problem. Oh yeah, I sent my progress photos. I guess I guess yeah, it definitely is an improvement. Because well, I have all my progress photos. So I basically just kind of look at my progress photo when I was a similar weight. And yeah, I'm definitely a lot bigger, a lot bigger. I'm leaner at the same body weight too, which is good. So that means that I think there's definitely a few pounds of muscle that I've built. Um, it's cool, especially if I keep going up and down a few more times, that'd be pretty cool. So no, yeah, so it looks like there's still quite a bit more to go in terms of getting to those goals that you mentioned. Because I didn't. I mean, I guess if I'm looking at my physique, I guess a few things stand out. I think, I definitely agree with you. My quads are definitely overpowering. They've always been overpowering. I think part of that when I was younger, I used to bike uphill a lot. So like when I was like a young teenager, like 13, 14. So I think maybe it was part of that, just like so many hours of doing that all the time. That's part of it, and maybe partially just genetics. And the fact that I think I definitely push harder than most people when it comes to like lower body movements, whereas I think most people have an easier time pushing hard on something like a bench press. So I don't really have that advantage there. Whereas like on a squat, like I can usually push harder than most people. But I guess, and also, but relating to that, I'm wondering like, what are your thoughts on my hamstrings? I can't see my hamstrings at all. I'd imagine they'd have to be quite muscular with just my Romanian deadlift weight, but they don't look impressive. Like maybe that's. I mean, like you mentioned, I don't have any. There's no separations on my hamstrings right now, just because I have too much fat currently. I mean, I guess that's part of it, but also, I mean, my hamstrings just don't look large. I mean, I don't know, maybe because I'm not I'm no master of posing. I'm not posing at all, basically. So, but I don't know, like obviously, like this is not. I'm not saying I'm comparing myself to anyone like this because he's so far ahead of me. For example, like Jeff Alberts, you see his hamstrings, like those are hamstrings. And I'm saying is that obviously I'm nowhere near him, but I mean, I don't even see my hamstrings, which is really weird considering like I can like Romanian deadlift like, 300-400 pounds, like without too much difficulty, which is like a pretty respectable number, I would say. Or maybe like my anatomy just like aids me so much in that is that it's actually not stimulating my hamstrings that much. I don't know, like I'm just not sure what, but yeah, I definitely improved the most on my quads. I think another area that I improved a lot is first or second would be my back. Just because like I said, I have my photos side by side. My back is much larger. I think part of that is like those lengthened partials on the pulling movements are just getting my back so much wider. So it's not only is my back considerably wider. It's also it's denser looking, right? I mean, I'm not saying my back is impressive by any means, although I think we are getting there. But I think my back has definitely made the most improvement. And I don't know, I think my shoulders look pretty good too. For me, that is. So I mean, I don't like qualifying things, but because you only compare to yourself. Yeah, so I guess I'm wondering, what do you think I need to improve the most on in terms of body parts? I mean, I guess this is not really something that is that relevant for the immediate future because I am going to be cutting quite a bit more. This is more for like the next bulking phase in terms of like what I'm targeting. I'm just curious. I'm going to guess triceps because I think you had mentioned that before, and I never really thought about it because I think, visually I'm always, with regards to my arms, I'm so fixated on my bicep that when you mentioned my tricep, I didn't realize that my tricep is definitely lacking, right? I don't know why that's the case. Like I said, I am dealing with slight tricep tendonitis in my right elbow, but like I said, that is not preventing me from doing my tricep movements at this point because, like I said, it's gradually dissipating. And then the shoulder lat thing is like almost gone at this point. So I think that will disappear in the next like 2 weeks maybe. tricep will gradually completely disappear, and it definitely going to disappear once I start bulking again, just because I don't have as many calories. So I think these things just take a little bit longer to completely clear up. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I'm excited for getting really lean, because I've never been really lean, and I think a few pounds from now, it's going to start going into uncharted territory in terms of body fat, which is good. I mean, like I said, I think I've still been slightly leaner at this point. I think in 3 pounds, I'll be tied for as lean as I've ever been. And then I think every pound lower than that's going to be considerably leaner. So that's pretty exciting. And I also just love challenging myself. So that's going to be fun.